Welcome back to the channel. After being unemployed for several years, a man devises a unique plan to secure a new job, eliminate his competition. Today we're going to be talking about No Other Choice, the new movie directed by Park Chan-wook of Old Boy and Lady Vengeance fame. And it stars Lee Byung-hun from Squid Game. He's known as the front man, so you know him from there. He plays Mansu. And then Song Jian plays Marie, his wife in the movie, and I probably butchered those names. So what we do on this channel is talk a little bit about the promotional aspect, the poster, the trailer, and then talk about the movie experience. You know, what time of day did I watch it in? What was the audience like? Talk a little bit just around the audio and music of the film, and then go into visuals, effects, and a little discussion around the story and what my overall thoughts of the film are. This movie I watched a 3:45 show on a Friday afternoon. The runtime for it is 220 minutes, but if you count for the trailers and commercials that are prevalent in the movie going experience, it's around 2 hours. It's almost 3 hours with that movie runtime of 220. And then the crowd was pretty decent for a 3:45, kind of a mix of ages throughout. And then, you know, there are some great reactions, especially some of the comedic elements and also maybe some of the brutal elements within the film. Audio and music wise, the score was great for the tone. It wasn't super memorable. I don't really recall anything that stood out in regards to the overall scoring of the film. What did stand out to me was that some of the audio, especially in certain scenes, was very ASMR focused. And I think it was there to, I guess, make those scenes a little bit more uncomfortable or kind of put a little bit more tension within that world. Very effective because it did bother me a lot. Mainly just because I don't really like those weird noises and hearing everything that's going on in a house or everything that's going on with somebody putting on gloves or taking out a shovel from the car. Sounds like that. Very prevalent in a few scenes in this movie. Overall, everything kind of fit the film itself. And then visuals and the effects. I say overall it had a great tone and imagery to the film. It had a very daydreamy aspect into a few areas of the film. There were a few scenes in the movie that used character overlays in regards to, like, here's one character over in this place doing this thing, and then there was an overlay with another character doing something in another place, which kind of felt a little throwback to like older filmmaking, which was a little bit interesting. And there was a few scenes that was very dreamy, saturated feeling with the colors and the darkness of it that kind of gave this daydream effect to their overall movie. So this movie basically follows Mansu after he is let go of 25 years working at a paper company, and then how does he find a job, or what is he going to do with his life? So the story is about, you know, how does that impact your life, your family's life when you lose a job, especially if you're in the middle age. We all know that it's harder to get a job as you get older across the board, regardless of what country you live in. How does that impact him in what he thinks his purpose is in life, in what his goals are? And so you're following him, you follow him as he looks at these other candidates for jobs that are within his same realm, and he decides that, hey, the easiest way I'm going to get this role is if I just literally eliminate my competition. So there's a bit of a dark comedy aspect to that in regards to how he goes about it. And I think the trailer did a great job in regards to not giving too much away in how his character acts in the movie, in the situations he gets in. The trailer proposes something that the movie kind of goes in a different direction with. And not to give too many spoilers out in regards to that, I don't want to say too much about it, but overall, it was very impactful in how he went about doing what he did in the movie. There were some interesting scenes where he used some of his skills as a gardener or tree sculptor that came in handy for him in a particular way, which the crowd kind of balked at a little bit, which was funny. And there was a few scenes that were pretty hilarious in regards to the situations that were being put into and the seriousness of them, but also how they were acted and shot just left some humor. So that's where I get the dark humor aspect of the film from. Everybody in the movie was fantastic, from the kids to both the mains. You get to see a lot of the kids in the film in regards to how it impacts their lives in their father no longer having a job and what he's trying to do to get back into the workforce. Has a heavy impact, especially on the son, and some side stories that go on there. But overall, a lot of the interactions, a lot of the family dynamics really push and drive the movie forward in some satisfying ways. Definitely a movie you want to see in the theater. Definitely see it in its original language. Don't go watch it in the English dub version. That's not how you should watch foreign films. You should watch them in the language they're in, and just through the subtitles. It's a fantastic way. I think you get a different feeling in how the actors portray themselves when they're in their original language. So overall, I'll give this movie 4 stars out of 5. Thought it was fantastic. Definitely highly recommended. And I'll see you next time.